Welcome here again, guys. Remember, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button to get notified when we upload new videos. Today, we are going to continue with IAM. The previous video we did was demonstrating how you can create IAM groups and add users to those groups so they can inherit the permissions of that group. In today's video, we are going to be showing you how you can create your own custom policies, because if you click on policies over here, you will see that AWS has their own custom policies that you can just use. And I mentioned earlier that some of these custom policies might not be respecting the principle of least privilege that you need, which I state that the principle of least privilege means giving users or giving entities only the permissions they need to perform their actions. So we're going to be creating custom policies. And I will show you a couple of ways you can go about it. If you click on policies, you can actually use visual or use JSON. If you click JSON, that's another new way you can create a policy. But let's go to visual. If you click on visual, you'll see that you can select the service example, but there's another tool that AWS has, guys. Let me show you that tool real quick. It's called policy generator. Policy generator, JSON. And remember, IAM policies are written in JSON language, just for you to remember. So if I go to this link, policy generator, if I click on that, if you click on that, it will allow you to generate policies. So instead of me using visual to create my AWS policies, I'll use JSON, right? So if I go over here, a policy will have an effect, and an effect can be an allow or a deny, remember. So you are either creating a policy that allows a group or a user or a service, or that denies a user or a group or a service. So the type of policy we are creating here is IAM policy, right? Now, the service, what's the service here? Is IAM, right? Or we can just say all services. We can just say all services, right? All services. That will not give us action. So, but that's not what we want to do. We want to choose a service. We want to choose a service. Let's say access to S3. We want a user to have access to S3, right? We choose that. Now, what are the actions? You're either denying access to S3 or you're allowing, but in this case, we're allowing, right? Now we've chosen the service as S3. So this user will have what type of actions can this user take on an S3 bucket? If you say all actions, it means he has full access, which is still yet, guys, not the best practice. So we're going to select a couple of actions, which means the user can create a bucket using S3, right? He can create a bucket. The user can delete a bucket, which is not the best practice. So no user in the AWS account should have this action given to them in the production environment, because they can go over there and delete it. So this action is not good to give user. So he can delete objects. That is still not everybody shouldn't have that in the production environment. He can get objects, or he can upload, get bucket policy. He can check the policy attached to a bucket. That's an action. He can download objects. Yes, he can download objects in that S3 bucket. He can put he can put objects. You can put objects. That's what I'm looking for. Put objects. So you can upload stuff to that S3 bucket. But let's just leave those actions. Now, what resource specifically do we want to specify for this user? Now, what you're going to need here is the resource ARN. Okay. But let's just do every resource for now, since we might not have a resource to use for that. And when you are done, you click add statement, and the policy is generated. You can even put a condition. We're going to do another recording on how you can pass conditions to an IAM policy. Example of a condition can be user's location. If a user is not located in the United States, he cannot make use of those privileges. So generate policy, and it gives you this. It gives you this, you copy it, you go back to your policy and go to JSON, and then you remove everything that is here, paste it. Your policy is, and then when you do that, you go to next, and you go to create policy, and you give a name to it. It says S3 underscore access. So which means you can attach this policy to user or an IAM role or a group. So create policy. And that's how you create policy, guys. Thank you very much again for watching. Subscribe, click the notification button. You will get notified when we upload. Comment and tell us which service you are facing challenges on. We're going to do a video on that, upload for you. Thank you so much for watching.